Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Long Sensation, and today what I got for you guys is one of the most anticipated videos for my YouTube channel in 2016, and that is, what is the next Call of Duty title going to be called for Infinity Ward's turn in November? Well, in this video I'm going to be breaking everything down, giving you my insights, and also be giving you all of my research that I've done over the past couple of days in regards to this matter, and I believe it's going to be one of three titles, either Call of Duty Ghosts 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, or Call of Duty Future Warfare. Now in this video I'll be giving you all of the good points, all of the bad points as to each individual title, and also I'll have a straw poll down in the description below in which you guys can vote on what you think is going to be the title for Call of Duty 2016. But anyway guys, without further ado, let's jump into the video and let's start with Call of Duty Ghosts 2. So of course, Call of Duty Ghosts 2 is probably one of the more favourable next Call of Duty titles that people have in mind, and the reason for that is quite simply because the Call of Duty Ghosts campaign landed on a huge cliffhanger. Rock ended up dragging you into the sea or whatever, and basically it just landed on a huge cliffhanger, which has got a ton of people believing that the next Call of Duty title is going to be Call of Duty Ghosts 2. As well as this, it's also likely that Activision have told Infinity Ward that they would like to see Call of Duty Ghosts 2 and then Call of Duty Ghosts 3 on their next turn in 2019, because they would like to finish the Call of Duty Ghosts series as some kind of trilogy, just like the Modern Warfare series and the Black Ops series, for example. So that is why a lot of people are believing that the next Call of Duty title is going to be Call of Duty Ghosts 2, and as well as this, just as a little side note, one of the game designers over at Infinity Ward has only got 11 likes on his Twitter page, and one of those likes is someone commenting Ghosts 2 confirmed. So maybe he was just liking it because it was funny, maybe he was liking it because it was hinting, who knows, but that is just something to note on the side notes. Now, to kind of go against Call of Duty Ghosts 2, this is something that I do want to quickly cover before I move into Modern Warfare 4, and it is the fact that Call of Duty Ghosts just really wasn't up to standards for a Call of Duty title. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was somewhat of a good game, but I honestly believe that it could have been a whole lot more better, and I honestly think that it was, personally for me, the worst Call of Duty to date. I mean that the colour palette and everything like this was just terrible. It was all grey and washed out, and I think if they release Call of Duty Ghosts 2, it's instantly going to turn people off the Call of Duty series, because we've already got that bad taste in our mouths in regards to Call of Duty Ghosts. So that is something to note, and then I'm going to get into sale figures and stuff like that in a little minute. Just going to cover Modern Warfare 4 first, and then of course we'll move on to Future Warfare, because that's where it's going to get a lot more interesting. So Modern Warfare 4 is probably the most, or the second most should I say, going up against Call of Duty Ghosts 2, the most anticipated title that people believe Infinity Ward are going to be releasing in 2016. Now, why is that? Well, quite simply, a lot of people think it's going to be Modern Warfare 4 because they just think that the Modern Warfare series as a whole was just possibly the best series within Call of Duty. Modern Warfare 1 and 2 was brilliant, Modern Warfare 3 was okay. Although all of these games did have their problems, yes, every single Call of Duty title has its problems, but I think that a lot of people just overall preferred the Modern Warfare series, especially over Call of Duty Ghosts and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So that is one of the reasons, and also another reason that I quickly want to cover is that I believe that Infinity Ward or Activision, or whoever's in charge, probably Activision, have said to Infinity Ward, listen, we want to make Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 because quite simply that brand sells, the Modern Warfare brand sells, and that is the main thing. Don't forget, Activision is a business and they want to make the more sales as possible. One of the kind of things that you can relate to is the Fast and Furious series as a prime example. Yes, they've gone from 1 to 7, and also 8 is also in production at the moment. So that is just something to know, that likely if it is Modern Warfare 4, they're just going to continue doing Modern Warfare 5 and 6 until that series is kind of milk dry and people are no longer interested into the game. That's what they do in industry, and simply that is the best way to make money. Now, one of the things that a lot of people are saying it's not going to be Modern Warfare 4 is because that the storyline is ended, but quite simply they could just add a brand new story, or they can make something up or something like that. They can go back in time, they can do certain things. just because the Modern Warfare series, as we know, has ended, it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, they can't make Modern Warfare 4. There's a lot of different things that they can do, and also a lot of people are saying, and I kind of agree with this, is that they want to keep the Modern Warfare as a trilogy, such as Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, and also because Modern Warfare was on the previous generation consoles, it's likely in, you know, the next couple of years that they could do a full-blown remaster of that, and I'll have a future video on that because I've got definitely a lot of cool theories in regards to remasters, and hopefully you guys will agree with me on that. But yes, that is one of the other final reasons as to why it's not going to be Modern Warfare 4, because quite simply they want to keep it a trilogy, and potentially moving further down the line in a few more years' time, the Modern Warfare series as a remaster will definitely sell a lot of copies. But now moving on to copies, I quickly want to cover sales in regards to Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Ghosts, going back to that kind of branding that I was talking about a couple of minutes ago. So Call of Duty Ghosts, apparently these sales I've got offline, I'm not sure if they're correct, apparently sold 16.5 million copies, as opposed to Advanced Warfare, that sold 17.5 million copies by January 3rd, 2015. So apparently, Advanced Warfare sold a lot more copies than Call of Duty Ghosts within its first 2 months. So I'm not sure how believable that is. I mean, I did get these figures offline, but if that is the case, that is just going back to my previous statement in regard to the Modern Warfare series being a brand, is that Advanced Warfare, people related, you know, the warfare part to, let's just say, Modern Warfare, and they thought that it was going to be remarkably similar and stuff like that, and that's why they preferred to buy that game over Call of Duty Ghosts. Of course, the sales of Advanced Warfare could have been more in favour because there was all this brand new movement mechanic and stuff like that never seen within a Call of Duty game, but I do believe that they did sell more copies just because, quite simply, of the Advanced Warfare, the warfare part of the brand. Now, moving into another Call of Duty title, Future Warfare. This is kind of a shot in the dark, but I believe that it could be possible, and that is in 2010, Activision actually filed some trademarks and basically got a lot of different website domains for a lot of different future Call of Duty titles. They had Future Warfare, they had Space Warfare, and they also had Secret Warfare. Now, both Space Warfare and Secret Warfare was abandoned in mid-2013. The reason for that is because Space Warfare, well, that was ruled out. They didn't want to make Space Warfare because Activision already had Destiny, and Secret Warfare, I believe that they ruled that out is because it was somewhat too relatable to Call of Duty Ghosts, with that kind of secret CIA to the campaign, or whatever you want to say, and that is why I believe that those two was ruled out. However, Call of Duty Future Warfare is still indeed on the cards. In fact, Activision have a lot more domains with Call of Duty Future Warfare other than that of Secret Warfare and Space Warfare. Of course, those have been abandoned now, but Call of Duty Future Warfare is still on the cards. In fact, I believe they have 8 to 9 domains: CallOfDutyWarfare.com, Call of Duty Future Warfare 2.com, Call of Duty Future Warfare 3.com. They also have CODFutureWarfare.com, COD Future Warfare 2, COD Future Warfare 3. They also have Future Warfare 2, Future Warfare 1, Future Warfare 3, and also a few other variations of this Call of Duty Future Warfare franchise, so to speak. So it seems like this is entirely possible, and of course Future Warfare is fitting in which the direction that Call of Duty is currently going. I mean, the past Call of Duty titles, Advanced Warfare and Call of Duty Black Ops 3, both had these thrusters and these exosuits, and that is definitely going to fit in the direction that Call of Duty is going. Now, although that we might not see this as a positive thing, I understand that the community is kind of split in half in regards to a World War II Call of Duty and a future Call of Duty. But, you know, we've got to bear in mind that this was done 3 years ago, and basically when they made this decision, Infinity Ward was already in development of whatever title is expected within 2016. So until either Sledgehammer Games' title, which I just presume is going to be Advanced Warfare 2, I think that Treyarch's next title after that, after the one that they've just released, so Call of Duty in 2018, I believe, I honestly believe that that one would be a World War II Call of Duty, and I'll explain why in a future speculation speculation video. But yes, Future Warfare fits in where the Call of Duty series is heading. It has many different variations within the domain trademarks from Activision Publishing, and I honestly believe that, in my own personal opinion, it's either going to be between Future Warfare or Modern Warfare 4. I think that Modern Warfare 4 is a possibility, but Modern Warfare is basically not exosuits and these thrusters that we have seen within the past 2 Call of Duty titles, which is somewhat making me lean towards Future Warfare, because yes, as I was mentioning before, they have the Warfare branding part of the Call of Duty title, and the Future Warfare will allow them to do these thrusters, do these exosuits, do whatever they want to do in regards to all of these plans for this year's Call of Duty title. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and also click on either the straw poll or the Twitter poll down in the description below as well, because I'm not sure which one I'm going to do as of yet. But please vote on what you think is going to be the next Call of Duty title. That would be greatly appreciated. But anyway guys, that is going to be pretty much it from me. I've been Long Sensation, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.